talking about Nintendo's E3 conference. Just watched it, and then I'm going to go ahead and put them all together. I was going to try to keep each one separate, like, boom, 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 and then give a rating of what I thought of all of them, but nah, I'm not doing that. Because Nintendo had an hour when I looked at the schedule, and it was a 25-minute video is all I found. Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff there on the floor and everything, so I guess they had a presence there. But as far as having a conference, they weren't there. Again, it was a video. So what do I remember the video? Watched it. Just watched it, and what I can remember is there was a role-playing game I really wasn't too interested in. Like, whatever. There was not that it looked bad, it's just that made me want to go get a Switch. Didn't get me excited. There was I don't know, Fire Emblem Warriors. That looked pretty cool, but that made me think, if you're going to put Fire Emblem Warriors, why not just do a Wii U port over to the Switch of Hyrule Warriors? That game was cool. And a lot of people that didn't have a Wii U that would love to play Hyrule Warriors would, but they have a Switch. Cha-ching. But Nintendo doesn't listen to nobody. So, Rocket League is coming out for it. That one looked all right. Get a little bit of shade in here. Which is cool. That's awesome. Finally, Nintendo's getting a game that's on Xbox and PlayStation 4. But it looked like the graphics look bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looked like PlayStation 2 graphics. So I wonder if sorry, something happened there. Yeah, the graphics of Rocket League just don't look good. But it said it was crossplay. So I wonder if you're playing on your PlayStation 4 or your Xbox or the PC and you see a little car with the Mario hat on that looks like it's pixelated from a PlayStation 2, you could be like, oh, that's Nintendo Switch car playing with us. Or their car is going to look high def on your high def console. I don't know, dude. They brought out the Pokemon stuff for you Pokemon fans. I'm not a Pokemon fan. I didn't get into it. But, yeah, I really... Then they kind of talked about... I know, not being a Pokemon fan, I know the Pokemon people don't really want that fighting game to be their Switch game. And it's kind of cool that the guy sat there and mentioned, that they're going to have a real Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. I guess the ones that are on the DS and everything. Which is cool to give the Pokemon fans out there, hey, man, the game's coming. And the guy just told you it. He just told you about it. But then they showed Metroid 4, and that's when I jumped up. I was like, Metroid 4? Metroid Prime 4? I got all excited, and then find out it was just a picture that said Metroid Prime 4 in development, and then it faded to black. And that's all you got. No gameplay, no nothing. And I was like, oh, I feel how you Pokemon people must have felt, because at least I got a graphic to show Metroid Prime 4. All you guys got was some old dude sitting at a table telling you it's coming. You didn't even get a graphic. So now I know how you Pokemon people felt, and I felt for y'all. But really, dude, okay, look, I spent about maybe, 3-4 minutes talking about Nintendo's conference, and there's really nothing else to mention, dude. It's real, not relevant that I can think of that really got me pumped. And eventually I will own a Switch, because I've owned every single Nintendo console. I have every Nintendo console so far. Home console. I got my NES. I got my Super NES. I got my N64. I got my GameCube. I got my Wii and my Wii U. So eventually I will get a Switch when I get some dinero. I don't got the monies. But now that's all I have to say about Nintendo. They really didn't bring it, so I'm giving their conference an F. The reason why I'm flunking them is because if you're not going to show up and put on a conference, then I can't rate your conference anything else but an F, because that's it. You're done. Conference over. No conference, you failed automatically. So, like that Switch reveal, they could have done that. They could have revealed something new for the Switch, like a VR or something. But no, they're not going to. And that's my point, dude. Now I'm going to mash it all together, dude. Overall, this whole E3 gets a freaking F. I cannot remember an E3 that's been this bad. So I'm moving on from Nintendo talking about the whole thing because I think I want to spend maybe 5 minutes on Nintendo. That's all really they kind of gave me. Yeah, they had a presence at the conference, but I'm not, I'm talking about the conference. They had a presence at the E3, but they didn't have a conference. And this entire conference was just bad, dude. Everybody did not bring it this year. It's like they're not taking it serious. We might as well just forget it. We might as well just forget about E3 because everybody else is. The big three: Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. You guys didn't bring diddly to E3. I would have to give the whole thing an F. It was worse. I can't think of a time. I remember there was a disappointing E3, but I can't think of one that was this disappointing. No, this was all lazy. I would have, if I was gonna grade them based on what I saw, Nintendo gets an F because they don't even show up. Um, Sony, man, I give them just barely give Sony a D minus, barely. Conference was boring. Yeah, this was all new games and stuff like that, but dude, I would give Microsoft. I give them a D plus. I could put them at the top this year because at least they have people. They had people clapping. They had people cheering. They kind of showed you everything. They brought out what you expected. They showed a ton of games. But it really was, overall, this was the worst E3 ever. And the best way to describe this E3, how I would sum it up for everybody, the entire experience of watching all three of these conferences, or in Nintendo's case, lack thereof. It was like everybody phoned it in. Nobody cares. It's like, here's E3, the Super Bowl, the WrestleMania of gaming. And y'all didn't care. Y'all didn't even show up. Y'all didn't bring nothing. You brought your leftovers and warmed them up and put them on a new plate. Except for Microsoft, They brought out but we already knew that the Scorpio was coming, the Xbox One X with the Minecraft that's got the boxiest boxes you'll ever see on an Xbox and HD X. They're the only ones that really kind of brought any Battlefront 2 was on, that was E3, EA, kind of watched theirs. Dude, EA stumbled all over the damn place, dude. What the hell is going on with these guys? They just don't care. They got your money, they don't care. Got to see that Mario's is dead and possessing people, like throwing his head on top of them. But that game's gonna be good. Come on, man, it's a new Mario game. When's Nintendo ever made that's what they do. It's gonna be good. So I ain't worried about that game. And they got all the bases covered there. Like, hey kids, want to play some Mario? No, I like dinosaurs. Well, Mario can possess a dinosaur, then he can play as Mario Soul, who took over a dinosaur. That sounds cool. I don't like dinosaurs. I like cars. I'm doing a little hand like that off the camera. Well, you like cars? Mario can throw his hat on top of a car and possess the car. That sounds cool. I don't like nothing but statues. That's okay. Mario can throw his hat on top of a statue and he's got sunglasses that move up and down. Mind blown. No, man, this E3 was just freaking pathetic, dude. This E3 was pathetic. It wasn't even worth my time really watching it. I'm passionate about gaming. I do like to talk about games and stuff. It's not what I'm going to do on this channel all the time. It's just E3 came up when I started the thing, and that's I've always wanted to do this, so I'm doing it. But dude, the gaming companies, what you just showed us, gaming fan, what you just showed people who are average gamers, or maybe even diehard gamers, what you just showed us is that you don't care. You didn't bring anything. You're turning into GameStop. You're like, we know we got your money. You're gonna come in here and buy it anyways. That's not cool, man. And yeah. Well, that's all I gotta say about the total turd fest that was E3 this year. It was just horrible. Um, I can't think of nothing else. It literally was like, E3. You went to go see the Super Bowl of gaming, and you get there, go to see, and it's you show up, and it's curling. You're like, well, I thought we were gonna watch football. I'm not a football fan, but still, I thought this was a Super Bowl. Why are these people's curling down here? Because they don't care. You know, you went to WrestleMania, and the main event is a midget in a tutu taking on, you know, Hulk Hogan and Triple H after they've just had NyQuil and fell asleep. That's dude, it was a total disaster. Well, that's it for today. Maybe I'll do another one. Load it up. Do got some more things I want to talk about. Don't. I guess that's it for my gaming part of this whole deal. But yeah, it saddens me that I start my channel. Always wanted to do a video giving my thoughts on E3, and this is the E3 I have to do my. It sucked. But okay. Check you guys later.